Alrighty, you guys ready for the hero point quiz? We'll try. Alright, question number 1. You guys found 2 rituals. What were they? Making and what? Correct. Correct. We're moving right on to question number 2. You found a tunnel after the fungi forest and found signs of what creature? No. Going once? Twice? No. Close. It was Zolgas. You found signs of Zolgas. Alright. You saw Mr. Snapper get choked out by what? You know what they are. You know what those creatures are actually called, though. Yeah. You fought them before. That is correct. You can only get 1 hero point. No, you'll get 1. I told you at the start. Once you answer when you're out. How much cold iron did you find? Do, do, do. Hello? Supposed to count it by hand. You were supposed to give me a number, yeah. He's just not answering any questions because he doesn't know any of them. He didn't take good notes. It was 500 pounds of cold iron. Because it's half of it was cold iron. That's. I needed the terminology. I needed the number. No. Question number 5. Who does Ganja Smoke want to bring back? Yeah. Ganja Smoke in combat said that he was going to use that ritual to bring somebody back. Who was it? No. Okay. Ganja Smoke wanted to bring back his friend Henny Hedgegrow. And the reason he died was he was killed by a hedge trimmer. Yep. So, you tried. Ganja, you're the only one that got a hero point this time. Good job. Okay. Well, let's try. Oh, I see. You did that again. You took the slashing gust for your druid cantrip. Okay. You guys did go over here to take a long rest, right? I don't think I've given you guys that yet. I will do that. We will roll to see if anything comes to the 9. You guys are fine. Resty, resty. Alrighty. You guys wake up in the Darklands. Mr. Snapper and Urine are still a little hurt. You want to do some medicine checks, I'm guessing? No, that's all. Battle medicine is not the same thing as street wounds. Dude, I got a bunch of these Black Forest gummy bear things that opened them all up. They're all fucking green apple. I'm angry. Kind of quiet there, Urine. Yeah, you're really quiet. Yeah, I have him on 200. He still sounds distant. I'm going to go ahead and delete more Grim. Delete him off the map. That's much better. Okay. Yeah. So you guys are in this big Underdark or Darklands, if you're Pathfinder specific, cavern, and you guys started exploring these little gnome houses, which at this point you can tell these are gnomes because you tried to enter one of the domiciles and saw a gnome. But where you guys want to go next? You still have to. You haven't fully searched that building. You guys went to the one room and then ran away. Oh, going up in this house. I know someone needs to put light on themselves because the long rest took it away. Because I think urine's the only one. And the lizard man. Yep. You guys open up a little. He does not. I would frame for putting too much light because you got to remember that makes it very easy to be spot down here in the Darklands. As you guys, Alright, looking in that building. I think you guys need me to read the description of this building again. It just looks like a small living room with some curtains. Well, I think the one person that actually entered this was Urine. Everyone else was fighting outside. Yeah, there is... there... Most of the stuff in here looks to be, a mundane thing. Like there's a couple couches, there's a chair, table, a small dinner nook, and a curtain that leads what looks to be maybe into like a bedroom. And then to the left, there is a door that looks to be sealed, like perfectly sealed. Fantasy Grounds, you need to fix this. I'm getting real mad. It's not you, it's fucking Fantasy Grounds. It has a weird thing now, it has a bug where people just run through walls and run weird directions, and I don't know why. It's happened in my Tuesday game, and on my off-stream game, and it was driving me insane. I'll unlock your tokens while you guys are not in combat. You can move around freely now. Looking at that door, does not appear to be locked. It looks like you could open it. It's just been sealed. No, it looks like you could open it. It's just completely, like, when you think of it like a big science door. You know what I mean? Like, once it's closed, no air passes through it. You know what I mean? It's airtight, yeah. It's a sealed door. Like, nothing gets in or out of there. No, yeah, it's more... Sorry, bad word description. That's on me. Yeah, it's more sealed to the elements and things in that nature. Yeah. Okay, opening the door. It opens into what looks to be an alchemical clockwork workshop. There is a bunch of stools that are tipped over. There's cracked jars. There's iron clapped workbenches, though they're kind of... But there's a bunch of vines all over here as well. Go ahead and give me a perception check here. Make sure it rolled with stealth and not... It did not. I'll go ahead and roll such div manually. Okay, so you guys, you notice these vines, but you don't really see of anything of danger. You know what I mean? Like, you notice that there are a bunch of vines in here, and you just dealt with a bunch of plants. You know what I mean? So there's that lingering feeling of like. And the other thing that you notice, there's a couple of tiny constructs walking around this room. Uh, let me see here. Let me describe. Let me show you a picture of these little guys. They look creepier than, but they're tiny. They're like little tiny constructs. And they all got like a gem where that red eye is. It's actually a gem, and they're kind of like shattering on the floor. You see a few of those. If anyone's got, I bet it's going to be crafting. That's fine. To identify the creature is Arcana or Crafting. You have regular. You have regular. You have regular crafting. You could roll regular crafting. You have fishing lord's his own skill. Go ahead and give me your nature roll. I'll tell you if you know what that gem is. That's an actual success there. These are what known in the business as a clockwork spy. They're a mindless clockwork construct. You know that gem that your barbarian pointed at is actually known as a record gem. People can record themselves and on there. The biggest problem is if you destroy the creature, it blows up and the gem is destroyed. So you got to be careful not to break them. Okay, so are you guys? So you see these guys walking around, and they don't seem to have they don't notice you. You know what I mean? They're not looking at you or anything. They're just kind of walking around. There's 4 of them. With Happy, I will say Happy. You can't ask me one question about those creatures. You can ask me resistances, things in that electric or orichalcum, which is a specific type of metal. There is. Electric or calcum. It's a specific metal. Yeah, you can make. But that's what you see in this room. And you can also see there's a door probably towards the end of that room. Like it passes through like this big kind of viney mess, and where the little guys are walking, there's a door. That's a door too. Okay, you guys walking like that. Okay. I think this fa- fantasy grounds. Me and you need to have a talk, fantasy grounds. All right, just a real talk here. Your creature placing on this module is fucking wild. It's fucking wild. All right. Everything on this map appears outside of the building that it's supposed to be in. Yeah. You need to figure out what's going on, Fantasy Grounds. You're drunk. You need to fix it. I love you. I'm using your program. It's great. This is wrong. Upon stepping right there, we'll lock tokens real quick. Can everybody roll me initiative? And the power of plants. Okay. Any D20 roll, yeah. That's. I wonder why. You're. You haven't picked it up yet. It's still running around the room here. If you would have stepped into this room and to pick it up, this thing would have attacked you. It was waiting. You see these vines kind of start wiggling up and they become lively, and they're going to take a slash out at you here. That's a hit. It's going to use an action to grab you. Yep, you are now grabbed. And then its last action, you know what it's going to do? It's going to strangle you. You do take half of this damage, but it's going to constrict. For 9. And these tiny constructs are running around. They avoid you guys. Run on the shelves. You're unable to move. What you gonna do? First action to break the grab. You can guess that you would have your hammer out. Normal damage, crit effect. The target is slowed 1 until healed. Broken ribs. So click that half button and roll your damage. It's metaphorical rib. You can walk through the alligator. You can. You guys are picking up a lot of noise on your end, by the way. Yeah, you can go there. Just remember that off guard's that creature. It doesn't make every creature off guard to you. Okay. You did not move. Yeah, you failed. Okay. Tumble through is actually a move action. You can move and tumble. You can, yeah. That is it. Let's go to user reaction to explode. It's gonna blow up. Oh no, you killed it before it can blow up. I'm thinking. Let me make sure. No, when reduced to 0 hit points, it can then explode. Okay. 5 foot radius. It's gonna get everybody. And I think everybody fucking failed that. All but you. That was good. As this thing explodes, you watch as that gem that's in the center of it shatters and it blows up here. And that will take that one off the board. Now it's your turn. LON. Okay. I foresee a lot of this happening in this campaign. Do you want to take another step in there so you can actually be within range of multiple creatures there? Gonna buy a plant? This thing's gonna flutter up over to Happy with one action. And it's above her head, and it just closes up, and just a ball just comes flying down and tries to hit her right in the noggin. But it tink, bounces onto the floor and misses. And then you watch as it starts smoking as it activates the self-destruct. So next round it's going to blow up. All of them are going to do that. They're all going towards Happy because Happy destroyed one. And then it's going to do the same thing. It's going to start winding up to explode. Ganja. There it went. No, you're fine. It's just there's a glitch going on right now with Fantasy Grounds where it doesn't actually move you. It like moves you south and out of like phase. Like you go off the map's grid. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay. Happy, yeah, I figured. There's only one plant creature, so. Mr. Snapper doesn't actually get to turn. The vine creature is gonna go ahead and do another vine lash at Yorin. Ooh, critically. You watch as it kind of grabs Yorin by the head and just slams him into the stone floor, and Yorin's head bounces. His eyes roll back at his head. And then it looks over at you because you said something to it, and you watch as the vine, like 4 vines come up, and you watch them all squeeze out, and it shoots out this sap towards you. And as it hits your head, it freezes it. And for its last, it's gonna use its last divine lash at Mr. Snapper, which I got him. It whips Mr. Snapper. This little thing's gonna go spherical body right into the cactus. For 1 point of damage. And then you watch as it starts winding up its gears like it's going to explode. Yorin got moved to the top of the initiative, which would be 28. In turn first. And then do the 28. Happy. You see all 3 of these things are about to explode. Free action, you can talk whenever you want. Happy, you do realize you did do a knowledge check on these things. Oh, okay. You killed that one. It's going to blow up, which is going to deal damage to Yorin. Maybe. You get to save it, though. Yorin's unconscious next to you. You killed this thing. It blows up. It's going to deal damage to him. Yorin, you will just go up and save here. So you're at dying 2. Because this thing does blow up on you and you failed your save. And that thing does explode. Because you killed it. And that gem cracks and shatters. Happy, you would know you couldn't use thievery to disarm the self-destruct, and it would also stop them from acting. That's what I was going to say before you stabbed that one and had it blow up. That was your first one. It's a thievery to disarm the self-destruct. That's a... Now I will say disabling one of these is a 2-action activity. That is 2 actions. Which one did you do it on? Number 3 or number 1? Okay, number 3. Okay. Number 3 falls over. We can take that out of the combat because it's no longer a... Oh, LONs. See? Are you... Can I ask you a question? Are you in that room right now? Are you standing where you wanted to move? Okay, look at this shit. Can I do a double stream on Discord? On mine, Z. Look at this. This is what's weird. So you were in there, right? You moved 5 feet, and it fucking threw you all the way outside. And then I gotta, like, drag you back in. I don't know what's going on. And that's happened to everyone. So if you start moving, it's my fault. It's because on my end, you're not in the right spot, so I have to move you. So just be warned. Go ahead, continue. Sorry. Okay, well, you do have assurance still. You can still succeed. Unless you want to try to go for the higher check. Ooh, success. 2d8 plus 10. Wow. Okay. And he gets to a bite and a what? A tail? Ganja smoke. You would have to grab me. And I don't. And I don't know. I have to look. Disable device. Thievery. No. Disable device is a trained skill. You have to be trained to pick a lock or disable. That is loud. You might want to mute yourself there, Ma. You could just muted yourself. No, that's electric arc. Well, you should have stepped back before you killed it, because when it dies, it blows up. It's a no. It's a reaction to you killing it. So you should have stepped before, you know what I mean? Because it's a. So that's good. Yeah, live and learn. You know. You know what I mean? That's what happens. And so everybody, it go boom boom. It's gonna blow up. Reflex save. Ooh, Happy critically failed that one. All right, here comes the damage here. As this thing explodes. We'll take this off. Hey. Almost. Mr. Snapper took massive damage from it. You're fine. I just didn't want you talking on the phone in the middle. You know what I mean? That's all. Grab your weapon. Yeah, you have to pick up your weapon. You went unconscious. You do let go of weapons when you pass out, you know. Kabonk! This thing is going to... I got so many targets now. I did see that one guy over there. He got some magic on him. And he did some medicine. He probably got some alchemical vials with him. And he's going to take a vine. He's going to slither past you in there. And wrap around the leg of Eloin. So Eloin, you are now grabbed. Put that on you. They're just going to use another tendril to try to grab one of these three right next to it. It's going for urine. It's going to smack him with just the vine. That's all I can do. But it missed. That's his turn. Happy. Goodness. Another natural 20. Piercing damage. Headshot. That's triple damage. The target must succeed at a fortitude save or die. So you roll your damage like normal, and then you'll roll it again. And you roll again. It is a dead plant. As you stab a bundle of the vine. I didn't even roll. So the one creature was number 3. So one of these things are still alive. It does have a gem in it, so it does have a recording you can listen to. Put this into your combat thing so you get your... No, they shatter when they are destroyed. That's what does the exploding damage. No, when they blow up, the crystal inside explodes, and then... No, it has a message on it. You would have to find more, which there is a bunch in here. There is a steel locker in here that looks to be locked still. Okay, sounds good. It's still locked. And you can keep rolling until you roll a natural 1. Or a critical failure, I guess I should say, technically, because you could fail by rolling low enough. There you go. You finally pop it open after a couple tries. Opening it up. There is some stuff in here. There is a book, a formula book. You with crafting would know. This has the Alpative armor plating and the chameleon suit in there. And then... the other book is an alchemical book. It has the moderate juggernaut mutagen and the lesser misform elixir in there. You also see a potion. There's a potion, and then there's like a little oil canister that's got like it's like one of them screw-on lids with all like the ladies like moisturizer. You know, you gotta screw the lid on like that. And there's also 12 recording gems in here as well. Put that into your party sheets of stuffs. You'd have to make crafting checks on the moisturizer and the potion. And Happy would be able to turn on the thing because she would know how to do it. There's no roll. You just activate it. So it's about an hour long for the recording gems. That's how long they last. You saved number 3. Uh, it shows a gnome. You don't know what her name is, but she is jubilant about a priceless pommeled gem she's received from her sister, Gerlaga, and has installed it in a improved construct to preserve even more of a creature's personality, but she doesn't have a donor yet. And it shows like a old, like what's to be a clockwork type of creature, and the gem is sitting in its chest. You could probably tell this is the person that you guys had fought earlier was living here. Maybe that was them. Like it kind of resembles that person, but before she was all gray and withered up. But that's what you found. You would have to go and look. Does it look trapped? And it does not. It looks airtight like the one before. It leads into a small carved tunnel. You could also take 10 minutes to heal up to retreat wounds. That might be a... I don't know if Elowen is into that, but everyone's kind of hurt still. Elowen, you're gonna heal yourself? I was waiting for him not to cut himself. Like, he just cut everyone else, but not myself. Alright. Did you already do Snapper too with your retreat one? I mean, it's just 10 minutes each time. Don't worry, Crocodile. I was gonna cut you for a second. Yeah, you see a tunnel that kind of leads out and around here, and it is kind of small. I will say, like, it would take, you would have to squeeze through Dwarf, and Lizard would definitely have to squeeze. Elowen would have to squeeze pretty easily. I think Mr. Snapper is fine because he's small. Yeah, he could fit in there perfectly fine. But and Happy would fit too. Okay, so you start squeezing. It takes you a little bit. You guys watch as he kind of like slowly moves through. Elowen just crawls over urine. But you guys easily made it through here. Well, so you guys could easily fit. I just wanted to crawl through. Urine, as you come stepping. Don't move anymore. I put you there for a reason. As you come stepping through here, you do see a creature in the middle of this room, sitting on the ground. I'll show you the little image. It looks kind of funky. Zach, you probably have seen one of these before. But you see that sitting on the ground. But this one stands up when you enter the room and looks at you. But as it stands up, you guys watch as... I'm just going to read you this. This is pretty cool. The building's energy manifests as a haunt that relives a terrifying attack. You see a large Abnerian worm as it bursts through the ground, and it thrashes about, breathing fire all over here, spitting roars almost like dwarven words at one point, seeming, "Where? Taryak, my friend, you beast!" And I do need... This does have a little hazard effect here. Let me pull it up. A phantasmal crimson worm appears to rampage outside the workshop, afflicting the area with phantom tremors and blistering heat and cave-ins. Yeah. And it's a... well, you're still in this zone here because it's a creature. Yeah, it's a haunt, so it's like a ghostly image of this creature, and it's going to keep happening during this combat. It has an initiative. But you see a giant phantom worm comes crawling up, and it's, of course, not in where it's supposed to be. Yeah, why would it be where it's supposed to be? It's, you know, it's in the middle of butt nowhere. Alright, there you go. Sorry. So, like haunts before, we dealt with haunt before in this adventure. They have stuff you would have to try to do to disable them. And this is to calm the spirits around this area. I think this one actually does have hit points as well, so it could actually take damage. It depends on the haunt. You have to make a check to try to determine, or you could just do random skills to try to figure it out. Religion. Yes. Yep. I've already rolled. Alright, so the hazard goes first with its 31. Okay. Okay, so her first action is to create a tremor. So this worm thrashes around, shaking the ground, knocking creatures prone in the area unless you make a successful DC 20 check. Okay. Reflex save, yeah. You ready? Here we go. Fucking urine failed. Everyone failed except Happy. So all of you fall prone as this thing just starts shaking the ground. You're just unable to control yourself. And then I got 2 actions here I could do. Just trying to see how far this heat breath goes, but it doesn't really tell me. Okay. It's going to go ahead and do exude heat. And so this thing I will say is that it's not actually in the room. It's like in the center of this gully. I think I showed you. Did I show you guys that map as well? Like how big this was? Okay, yeah. So it's in the center of this room. Do you want me to see the map again? I can show it to you. Because it's not actually here, but it's here on the map. So it's actually like over here. Like that's where the worm popped up at, right? And it's just causing this whole cavern to affect this place still. But it does release a heat wave here. You guys need to make a saving throw. Yeah, it's going to be a fortitude. I'm going to roll it here in a second. It's a basic fortitude save. Someone rolled a 1 again. Urine? No. Ganja rolled a 1. As this heat rolls in, well, it's because it rolls dice for everybody. You watch as Mr. Snapper just falls over, though he's not like really damaged because Haunt. You gotta remember, Haunt stuff is ghostial type of stuff. He does fall over, and that's the Haunt's turn. Happy. You guys are. Yep. No. It's a movie. It's a really long movie. Well, he still takes damage. It's still mental damage. Still harms you. You could easily move through him in this space. I'm gonna move you here. So 5, 10. That's 15 feet of movement there. Okay. Yes. Yep. Okay. You could flank it. Still have no movement. Just saying. Might as well. Oh yeah, 5. You're right. It would have been 25. My bad. You could start to set the flank. I apologize. Good punch. It does got some hit points to it. It's gonna go ahead and swing a fist right at you, Urine. It punches the wall behind you and it cracks the wall. And then it leans back and does another punch with his other hand. And it slams into the wall and it pulls back. And it kicks you in the nuts. It kicks you right in the nonads. Just BAM! Hello, N. See a worm. Okay. That does put him at further dying value. But, okay. You mad animal. Yeah, you got him all the way up. But you're still mad. Okay. That is one action in part of itself. Okay. I'm going, sorry. That means you have yourself targeted. Control click yourself. Ganja, you are injured. What action does... Well, you guys technically don't. You move, get... I don't know. I don't fucking know. Fancy rounds? Your shit's broken. I'm getting mad. It looked like a giant worm. Yeah, like a giant worm. So I'm trying to disable it with nature. Okay, before you roll that, you have to use religion's usually one to make the check to figure out. So haunts are occultism, religion, and then there's usually like 2 skills that are very specific to the haunt. So if you have occultism, you can use occultism, which I think you don't, because you have arcana. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to use name. I don't want you to waste your turn. You know what I mean? I'll let you know. You got to make a knowledge check on the creature. Okay. It's out of range. I don't know if you looked at the other map. Like, it's far away. The tremors and stuff you do feel because of the room. You know what I mean? It's a giant worm. Okay, so it's going to do the trimmer thing again. It does a trimmer every round. Which the trimmer doesn't do. I got to target everybody, though. That's one thing I forgot to do. Oh, you MFer. That's not one. This thing. Target mode. Didn't target. Okay, so you feel the ground start rumbling again here. Someone critically failed. Kanja and Mr. Snapper both crit failed, and then Urine critically succeeded here. Yeah. Happy, did you? He takes no damage from us. He just falls prone. Did it roll for Happy? Did I not? I didn't have Happy targeted. Alright. Prone on everybody, and then I'll click her and roll the save. She also critically succeeded. And then the worm is going to shake and thrust, and it's going to appear, and a crack in the roof's going to form, and debris is going to fall down on a random creature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's falling on my construct. It's a random creature. Basic reflex save. Ooh, it failed. Ooh. It crumbles. Oh, I did that wrong. It was supposed to be... That wasn't a crit fail, was it? That creature's actually not prone. And it would have took half damage. Give me a second. It treats all these, because it's been living in this thing. This thing's been happening for a while. It's able to just... It gets 1 degree success better on all these saves. Sorry. Pretty much. Alright, that's the hazard's turn. Happy. You're up. Don't forget, if you take a 5-foot step, this creature will be off guard to you. Okay, Urine. Taking advantage of the off guard. Okay. And you bonk him real good. The doll creature is going to spin around and look at you, Urine. And he starts doing some shadow boxing. And then he throws a punch right at your face. And he's going to hit you. He's going to hit you real good. Hit you with that uppercut. And it spins around and it's going to drop the flying knee onto the neck of the gator. And you hear a nasty crunch. And then with its last action, it's going to wrap its arms around the gator's head, grappling it. And now it has the gator in a chokehold. LON. The sound of a scared man. 15. Gonna move anymore. You could battle menace again because you are a medic. Yeah, but if you move down, you could do Yorin and Happy. But then your Gator couldn't act. You did against the plant. You need to get the doctor's visitation feat. And don't forget you will be wounded 1 when you get up. Wow. Okay, so Mr. Snapper is grappled. He can still attack, but Ganja. Okay. Destructive sorcery. Okay. You from the ground, you just see 3 missiles. You got knocked prone again, yeah. Well, you used all 3. It's not like you had to roll, so. It's not like you had to roll for it. You know what I mean? It's Force Barrage. Oh, the hazard's going to target everybody. And it's going to start off with the trimmers. That's the first action it does every time. Ooh, Happy failed. The creature made it. So did Urine. Ganja's already prone, so I don't need to put it on him again. LON. Snapper's prone but made it. They both fall prone, and then so it's going to be that's its whole turn here, because every 2 rounds it can do either a heat or a rock fall. So it's been done both already, so it's done. Happy. You're in. Prone on the ground because you were knocked out. Grand grab your weapon. You have 1 action. Okay. It is flat-footed. Don't forget. You lied to me. This creature has something grabbed. So this thing has a 2-action ability called Eager Rend. The soulbound Mauler holds the creature it has grabbed and intends to tear it in 2. The creature must make a forward 2 save. So it's going to lift Mr. Snapper up and try to break it over its knee. You ready? Here we go. You watch as he just snaps the gator over its leg. And you hear a nasty crack as the gator goes limp. He then lets him go. And then he looks to LON, gives him the point, and smacks him across the face as hard as he can. You ready, LON? Poof. Smack. You watch as LON does a 360 spin. It falls over. He moves an initiative to 18. Ganja. Okay. Wow. You guys just had to have that bag of holding. Well, you should have spent that because that's what you're supposed to do at the start of the campaign when you make a new character. Well, you had all week. I'll hear it. All week long, old man. Happy. Well, you're prone on the ground right now. None of you took medicine as a skill? Wow. That is locomotion. Before LON goes, this guy's gonna go. $1, $10, $15, $20, $25. 2 actions to run on down here, and he'll do his 1 focus point of lay on hands here, which I don't. Lay on hands goes up with each level, or is it every other level? Every other level. Okay, so it's still 6 right now then. So he'll touch LON and give him 6 hit points. And that's his go. There, he moved down there and healed. You're awake now, LON. Prone on the ground, and you're awake. Don't forget, your 3 action heal spell will not heal this creature because it's a construct if you use that. Okay. So he's gonna keep on. He's gonna spin around, look, see Urin, and gonna try to grab him. Or he's gonna punch him with a fist. I miss. He's gonna try again. He's gonna go for the nipple twister. He misses, and then he's gonna do his age-old favorite, a knee to the stomach. Hi, Ganja. Uh-huh. Are they hot? Well, you're up, Ganja. Your turn. We... It looks like we're winning again. And this hazard's gonna knock people down again. I don't know why I keep targeting Ganja. He's not even on... He's just laying on the ground. The doll's the only one that made it. So everybody goes prone. And then it's going to drop a rock on somebody's head. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All around him. He's getting a rock dropped on his head. Big rock. Rock hit him. Rock hurt him. Happy. You're prone, so I'm gonna guess you're gonna want to stand up. I didn't take off the prone effect if you would have gave me a second. But it's fine. Adding 2 would not have hit him. Uran's gonna stand up. And then swing for the fences. And that crack. And he watches the gym cracks and you guys flee from this area for 4 rounds, and then the worm will go away, and then you guys can go back. Or you guys can attempt to try to put the worm at rest, or you can just go hide for 4 rounds. That's up to... Okay. So you guys would probably have to sit for 4 rounds, which is a little bit. And for treat wounds, you'd have to wait an hour. In that time frame, I guess. No. Alright, you do notice the gem that constructs chest is still there, like it's active, but it's no longer, like the body is not moving. And if you look inside, you do see a gnome's face that looks familiar that you saw in the recording. And it looks like she's trying to break out of this gym. Yeah, there's a face inside of the gym trying to break out of the gym. Korhan can tell you that that pommel looks like it would go to the dagger, the clan dagger that he lost. And he worries about breaking the gem because he would like to put it back on the dagger, but he also worries about putting the dagger with the soul of a creature on. No, there was not a gnome in the dagger when I had it, when he dropped it. If you remember the recording part, is she found, like, her sister found the pommel dagger gem and brought it to her, and then she used the gem. Probably. You also find her body. Her body is here. Her legs are underneath a bunch of rubble. It looks like the construct grabbed her and pulled her legs off to free her. You can't. Her soul is trapped. Mm-mm. There is a set of goggles on her head that are like laying next to her corpse. I'm sure they're not cursed. Sure. They I don't know if they were magical. I will say the oil canister that you found glows. And so do the goggles. The goggles also glow. Identifying them would be Arcana, Religion, Nature. There's a couple things in here that need crafting specifically. Critical failure. Critical failure. Supposed to roll those in the tower. LON, those goggles are the most powerful item you have ever seen. You know deep down, you put them on, they turn you into Cyclops from the Marvel Universe. And you can shoot laser beams out of your eyes. With one difference, you control the laser beam. Obviously. But you don't survive. You can just see yourself ruling over nations as you just all three of you, Ganja and Urine, all believe this. These are the most powerful goggles you have ever seen. If they actually put them on and invest, these guys would learn that they aren't actually. There's some poison there, and you found a shilashi, which is a Doro poison. It fucks with people's memories. You know that's a DC 15 fort save. Last 8 hours. You become stupefied for 1 minute. Stage 2, you lose all memories made in the previous hour. That's pretty. I don't. You could just drop a 3-action heal so you can get Snapper up, because he's also dying. I'm just saying, you guys are probably going to rest before you go through the rest of this cavern, aren't you? You've cleared this little section. No, it's just the D8. But it's to everybody. Oh, get Mr. Snapper up anyway, you know what I mean? Ooh. And you can also do medicine checks. We'll just go ahead and you guys sit for the out, you know what I mean? He could sit there all day just healing people. You guys are chilling here. There's no point in rolling because he can automatically succeed with his stupidness. I don't know why you're getting error messages, but that's weird. But okay. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's one willing creature. I do need a couple more crafting checks. I need 2 crafting checks. And if you guys sit around with the goggles and actually invest in them. I know, but Happy has crafting. You can give me a crafting check. I think you're the only one with crafting. Well, 21. What's the level DC on a 4th level item, guys? Do you guys know? Because I don't. Not off the top of my dome. 19. That's a success. That is what's known in the business as a misform elixir. So this is a one-handed item. You drink it. A faint mist emanates from your skin, making you concealed for the listed duration. As usual, being concealed when your position is still obvious, you cannot use this concealment to hide or sneak. The duration's 3 rounds. So you get all concealed. Your body reduces smoke, kind of like. Never mind. No one knows who that is but me. Never mind. I was gonna make a One Piece reference, but there's one more. Give me another one. I need another one. Crafting check. This is a lower level item, so it's easier. This is Oil of Weightlessness. You spread this shimmering oil on an item of 1 bulk or less, and you make it feel weightless. It has negligible bulk for 1 hour. That's it. That's all it does. Not that impressive. The goggles, after you invest in them, these goggles are magical goggles. They're worth 100 gold pieces. While worn, they give you a +1 bonus to crafting checks and checks to craft alchemical items. And a bonus to attack rolls with alchemical bombs. You also know ignore lesser cover with strikes with alchemical bombs. I'm sorry, you rolled a natural 1. But I will give you a hero point, Elowen, because you did it right. I'm going to give you a hero point, because you're the one that rolled that check correctly. Proud of you. I think the only person that has crafting is Happy. So if I was you, Happy, I would take it. You're the only one that has that skill. And yes, to go with progress, I'll give you the experience. Ooh, you guys are close to a level. Close, but no cigar. You are. I guess you guys are going to head out, right, the next day towards the deeper in here. So I'll go ahead and get this map up in. Just know the distances on these might be a little bit further, you know what I mean? Because I have it set up for combats because there might be some combats on this map, but we don't have to, you know what I mean? The distance-wise is... I'll keep Morgrim in here. I have one of you guys just kind of tell me what he's, you know what I mean? We'll treat him like an animal companion. You... What? Well, don't do that. I will deem whether he jumps off a bridge or not, okay? No! I'm not going to have him jump off a bridge. No, you can't. He doesn't believe to jump off bridges. That's not his thing. No. He can jump off stuff. He's just not going to jump off and die. Because he's not stupid. Yeah, so he treat him like an animal companion. One of you all can give up an action and tell him, it doesn't matter who, just someone in the party. Could look at him and say, do this. Hit something, or he can lay on hands. That's useful. You know? But this is the area, right? So it's a very massive area. I'm not going to turn the lights on. I'm not going to turn line of sight on because there's no line of sight here. But you guys are in this little area. You're coming out of the workshop heights, which is over here, right? And so this cavern is massive. You just tell me where you're going, you know? Who's leading? Who's going to be the leader? Lead the way. Where are you going? Out. Okay. That's where the worm like popped up. Remember when the phantom worm showed up? Okay, as you start walking over that way, it looks to be like an old pond. Like this used to be maybe like an old fishing pond, but it's all but dried up. And there's also a big ass hole that goes deep into the ground there too. There's a bunch of like stone spar scratches several feet over the seemingly bottom of the pit. And the platform, there's a platform that looks like it was built here, and there's an altar on that platform. And if you look too closely, the altar does have a bunch of blood stains like all over it. Yeah, wide phrases covered into its side depict reptilian humanoids dancing and worshipping a giant carnivorous lizard. critical failure. Uh, you don't know. You've never seen this religion before. I do need a survival check or perception check here. You do notice that altar is smaller than what it, like, you could tell, like, the rock on stuff is, like, slowly diminished, like, in the ground there. Like, you can see, like, it used to be bigger, but it looks like it's slowly shrinking. Anyone else? Yeah, the stone altar is shrinking. Do you lay down on it? You become stuck as you lay down. You watch as you become super stuck to this object. Like, if you try to, like, pick up your sticky, and a mouth appears on the altar, and he goes, the altar looks at you. It pops out with eyes. I captured one of your creatures, and now to release him, you must do my bidding. I am the great Zavzabab. Shut up! And a little tentacle wraps over your mouth. Be silent. You lick it. Look at it. Looks at you. Don't do that. That's weird. That's weird, dude. Stop that. I am the great Zebzabeb. You can try to escape with a DC 23 check there. Escape is acrobatics, athletics, or an unarmed attack. You can't beat a 23 on any of those checks? Come on. Why do you... Oh, what's your armor? Are you not strong enough to wear... Oh, you're not strong enough to wear the armor that you wear? You should be... You should get an armor check penalty then. Oh, because you have to have a +2. You only have a +1. Makes sense. But the altar will tell you, like it will say, I will release your friend, but you must do something for me. I would like for Hakuru class to come here, and I want to eat her. I want to eat her flesh. You have no idea. He will tell you that I used to be used as a sacrificial altar. They would bring people here, the Zolgas would, and sacrifice them upon me. And when they leave, I would eat them. I tricked them into believing I was a deity by using my magic that I'm talking to you right now. All but her, of course, because she's a cleric, so she kind of knows, you know, what's going down. But if you could trick them and bring them here, I would eat them. Eat just one. I'm gonna eat one. Just the one. I want to eat it. Well, you know, if we eat the leader, you know, they should all scatter. Okay. You must give me something in return to keep a pod here to make sure that our contract is sealed. I'll take that dwarf over there that's not talking or moving. No, I have not read. I don't feel like you're gonna come back. I feel like This item is meaningless, and you're just using it to get rid of it out of your backpack. Some of these pages are really sticky. Give me that gem that you carry. Yep. The pommel gem. You must be looking for something down here. What do you wish to see? You're in the wrong place. You should leave and go upstairs. Get out of the Darklands. This place sucks. This place is... Look, man, let me tell you. I used to get people would come over. Are you going to perform? I kind of like that. Give me a diplomacy check. You're laying on top of the altar. I'm just saying. Like, are you for real gonna sacrifice? You're just gonna kill people and put them on me so I can eat them? Like, aren't people like mammals? I mean, he lets you go. He feel the stickiness lessen on you, Eloin. I would like a written contract. Yeah, good luck. I don't know if we're gonna find a grove down here. Dude, you need to leave. You need to... A clan deck. Ooh! I might be able to help you. How's a Rakazaza? You had a dagger. It looked dwarven. Yes. I want to eat her. Because she used to bring sacrifices here, and they would sacrifice here. But I kept telling their people that I was a god, and she got mad because I'm not, and she knew it. And so she took them away, and now I don't get no sacrifices, and I'm starving. I heard that comment about how the rock is shrinking. By the way, I can't help it. I'm starving. I can, but it's a lot harder. Hey, man. You know what my movement speed is, dog? 10 feet! You know how long it takes me to travel this gorge? Yeah. Next time, think before you open your mouth. But you should be careful. There is a town of Zolgas. Probably about 40 in total count. I would like her to be alive, yeah. I think you should do a plan to, like, get her to come over here. Okay, I got a plan. I got a plan. I attach one of you to my altar surface. Right? Stick you on there. I crawl to the Zolgas. I tell her that I captured this guy. And then I have her come out here to perform the sacrifice. right? I won't let her. I'll use my 10-foot speed as quickly. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if they start, I'll let you go. Then whoever's on me, you'll just gotta run. Who's your fastest member? Okay. One of you is a druid. You could cast Long Strider on me. That'll increase my movement speed, and then I can move real fast. I don't know much about magic other than. I mean, that doesn't sound very cool. I mean, I guess you. What if I take the gator? I put the gator on me. Oh, okay. What if I take the gator and the halfling? I put the gator on me, it's stuck. Then I put the halfling on the gator. It's right there, and I have him captured. I go over there. I talk to her. Tell her I got a bunch of sacrifices, but I need you to come over here. All right? Now, come back. You cast Long Strider on the gator. The gator can run away. Right? If they start chasing us. Look, she don't hate me. She just doesn't like that I do. Tell her people that I'm a god. Yes, you want to do a sacrifice. Her people love cutting people open. Yeah, probably. She don't really care for treasure. She's more of like the sacrifice to the demon lord. Type. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, you could try to make a knowledge check on Zolgas. I mean, that is a big. He did. Yeah, Cave Lord would work actually. Alright. Let me. Well, I gotta remember how to spell Zolgath for something. Let's look at this. This would be the easiest way to go about it. Specific lore is a DC 10, and you rolled a 12. Look at you. Is not nature, it's society for Zolgas, because they are creatures. Zolgas are smelly creatures that live in the dark lands. They're, 5th edition's troglodyte, right? They're just changing the name over here. Yeah, they're nasty. They're cruel. They do most of the reptilian humanoids that live mostly in the Darklands. They are Zolglas, known as troglodytes to many surface-dwelling folk. They often attack intruders in the territory on sight. They stand about 5 feet tall, 150 pounds. So they are mostly ruled by clerics that are actually clerics of demon lords. They're pretty evil. Most of them worship what is known either Rovagug. This case, he could tell you who they worship. Let me scroll up here. No, they don't. Zev. Ooh, this is his name. Zevagazvzeba. I did not pronounce that right. I'm going to tell you that right now. I will spell it for you if you want to do a wiki search. It is Zevgavizeb. Zevagabab. Yeah. Maybe? But that is what he will tell you. Like, that's theirs. But they are pretty evil creatures. You can ask me a question. You know what I mean? You do get 2 questions on them. Weaknesses. They do not have a weakness. They stinky. You know that. They smell bad. They smell. They have a stench. It's 30 feet. DC 16. Through the nose. If you fail, you're sickened. And on a critical failure, you're slowed 1. It'd probably give you a +2 if you stuff your nose with stuff. Some nose plugs. And he'll tell you, now that you guys are friendly with him, that the reason why they stopped coming here was there was a basilisk that they brought in, and Horakaza subdued it, and now that's what they use as their new sacrificing. Yeah, they feed things to a basilisk, which is... Well, animal and beast are 2 separate things. So you got to make sure it says animal. Because a beast is different. Animals are like bear, boar, things of that nature. Beasts are more magical kin creatures. Yeah. So the reason... Here's what the beast tag states, right? So a beast tag is a creature similar to an animal, but with an intelligence modifier of -3. Higher is usually a beast. Unlike an animal, a beast might have the ability to speak and reason. So they're not the same thing. Because I think you can run into like beast animals and things of that nature. But you can give me a nature check if you want to know things about basilisks. I mean, you guys, he did mention what, you know what I mean? You hate who? You don't even know what you rolled. Well, I was looking at Happy's -1 that she rolled. And then she rolled the actual correct skill and rolled pretty good. Nature check is DC 20. Happy made it. So I'll give you the breakdown of Basilisk. Basilisk is a reptile with a nasty disposition and the ability to turn creatures to stone with its gaze. Folklore holds that, much like a crocotus, the first basilisk hatched from leathery eggs by snakes, incubated by roosters, but like in the basilisk physiology, leads any creature credence to its claim. A basilisk prefers to eat petrified flesh. Once a victim is turned to stone, the basilisk crunches on the fleshless corpse with its powerful jaws. An adult basilisk is about 13 feet long from head to tail, weighs roughly 300 pounds. These reptiles make hissing sounds when moving, about that turn to guttural gurgle when they're agitated. Basic information that you know: Basilisk can petrify you with a gaze. Looks at you. It's a visual trait. The basilisk stares at a creature within 30 feet. The creature must perform a fortitude save. If it fails and has not already been slowed by petrify, glance or this ability becomes slowed 1. So on and so on. So the thing to remember about this, petrify kind of works differently. Once you've been petrified, you start out with slowed 1. And then if you fail to save again, then you become actually petrified. With your free knowledge check, I'll use your free little bonus here to tell you that you do know if a creature is petrified in the manner by a basilisk, you must use fresh basilisk blood, no more than 1 hour old, to instantly restore the flesh. And a basilisk contains enough blood to coat 1d4 medium creatures in this manner. So, you do know if someone does get turned to stone fighting a basilisk, you'd have to cut at the blood and slather it. Yeah, slather it up. He would also state that you should probably, explore the cavern a little bit more. He knows that there was a hunter that had found out his identity somewhere, and that could also be used to set a trap as well. Because Zolgas can challenge other leaders. That's how So you could find this other hunter, have him call out, and challenge the leader. Watch him get beat up. She'll bring him over here. We'll eat him. Another plan. It does say that he does try to take one of you hostage, but Helloween just laid on him. So I was like, well. He says he waits until. Well, on the book it says he waits until so as not pay attention that he tries to capture one of you. I didn't really have to do that. But standing in the center of here, I guess you guys can kind of tell where the town is, right? I mean, you can clearly see the map as like a bunch of houses. So, sure. Let's be real. This area would be where the hunter is. He can tell. And then that's where the basilisk is. Yeah, it doesn't tell me how far away. Okay. Where are you going? I'm gonna go pee real quick before we delve too much deeper. I'll be right back. Take a small bathroom break, guys. Alright, I'm back. Is everybody here? Yeah. I think Urine said he was going to the bathroom. I stepped away anyway. Yeah, you guys did rest. I did that already. Sure, yeah, I gave you a long rest. I did not? I might not have clicked it. I might have just got rid of the hit points. Yeah, I don't think I gave you. I just gave you the hit points. Because I know he could heal you. Where you guys heading, though? You guys gonna go check out the Basilisk? Or are you gonna go check out where to find the Hunter? Or are you gonna go into the town with all the Zolgrass and just start hacking? Okay. Okay. So you travel towards the edge of the Zolgos camp. You're probably maybe 200 feet, 100 feet out from the camp itself. Okay. I mean, you guys are here, but you could stop, I guess. You guys need to take on some Zolgas? Come on, you guys are mighty level adventurers. It's not like a town, it's a camp. There's like a bunch of tents. So that is, I don't want you to think it's like a city of Zolgas. Okay. It's up to you. All options are on the table. You can go fight the Zolgas. I mean, that is an option. It's in the book. You can go fight a camp of Zolgas. Okay. Let me pull that up. So, a magical sapien stone dome that was once what looked to be a gnomish like town hall is now forms a pile of carved rubble with low stairs leading to the hall's demolished entranceway. And it leans down into the darkness. Okay, so you travel down into the hole. Okay. You just walking down? That is the most specific thing I've ever seen in a Pathfinder module. But okay. So you guys walk down into this darkness. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay. And just roll your initiative, please. I already put yours in for you. Ganja, but if everyone else could just roll initiative, that'd be perfect. Nice. LON. Did he go to the bathroom? Okay. We'll roll his initiative for him here. Of course he wins initiative. We'll start with Ganja. We'll have him delay until after you. If he gets back, great. If not, Ganja, you did roll a natural 20, so you get to go take 2 actions. And you do spot this thing. This thing is hidden up underneath this shallow kind of like barrow, like it dug into the wall there. Yes. I do believe, yeah. Well, it notices you. It just was stealth, and you noticed it. What do you mean? You could right-click and drop it all. You could add a damage and just put all the dice in there. You could also pick it up and then right click and drop all the die as well. LON, you back yet? Okay, he's going. We will. This thing's gonna come scraping out of the ground here and look at you guys. I think Pair Effect and Gaze can only affect a creature. And it's going to look at the guy that shot Force Barrage at me. It takes an action to avert your gaze. That is an action you can take. I do believe is an action. Yeah, avert gaze. Yeah, it's not something you guys give a shit about on this fight. There's an action. It's called avert gaze. You avert your gaze from danger, such as Medusa's gaze. You gain a +2 bonus to saving throws against visual checks that require you to look at a creature. And the gaze remains averted until the next turn. So, that's something to think about. And it's going to look at you. It's not an attack. He crawls out the hole and then uses his last to just kind of look at you. Which you made your save, at least. So you are not slowed and you're not petrified. Yeah. Yeah, you're concealed. That's my whole turn, though. Happy. Happy, as you start your turn, this creature is going to use its reaction, Petrifying Gaze. That is going to attempt to petrify you as well. Alright. You failed, so you are slowed 1. So you do lose an action. No, slowed 1 means you lose an action. That won't start until your next turn because you've already started. Wow. You can, yeah. I thought you could use your last action to avert. Never mind. You're in. Okay. So you get a +2 to your save. Make sure you mark that down. LON, you back? Okay. We'll keep going. This guy did nothing. Ganja. Okay. Okay. You can't do that. You only get 1 focus point per day. It's a 1 for every 10 minutes. Yes. It is powerful. You just got to use it in the right. This thing's going to turn. No. This thing's going to turn around and take a bite out of the Dwarven Barbarian. 30. It's like chomps down on your leg, just and as you absorb something, it looks you dead in the eyes, and he's going to try to petrify you with his last 2 actions. There, you do get a +2 to your save, so got it. Okay. +2. You already have that added. That is a failure still. You are slowed 1 here, but you're not turned to stone yet. Happy. You are slowed 1. So you only have 2 actions this time. And No. Still miss. Yorn, it's going to use its reaction and try to use its petrifying gaze against you again. You do get a bonus to your save, so go ahead and put that in. You ready? Oh, never mind. I can't use that on you. You're good. Keep going. You're already slowed 1. Stop doing that. Stop banging on the table. Tell her quit. Is LON, are you back yet? No. Morgrim is going. Okay. Alright, your turn, buddy. You see, as you start your turn, this thing's going to glance at you to try to turn you to stone. And you are slowed 1. Your body starts to stiffen. I don't know. You could move yourself. I just moved everyone over here. Like a complainer. Glance at Mr. Snapper next. He didn't even move Mr. Snapper or do anything with him. That doesn't take effect until this. You've already gained your actions, so it don't take effect until the next round. Don't you do it. Well, I want to turn him to stone. You have to find a new animal companion. It's going to be real hard down here. No one has told Morgrim to do anything, so he's just chilling back there. Ganja. You hit Mr. Snapper. Hey, look! They don't. They're not even the same, like, look-alike or anything. That's wrong. This thing is going to use 2 actions to try to turn you to stone there, Urine. You ready? I don't care. I'm going to use 2 actions. I'm going to use 2 actions to look at you. Did you... did you do the avert the gaze yet, or no? Okay. You watch as he turns the stone right there in front of you guys. Yeah, sure. Why not? As urine turns to stone, then it's going to roll over to its feet. Oh, thank you. I was about to do that. And that's its turn. Happy. You got 2 actions. Miss. Miss. Urine is petrified. LON. That is some horse rolling, dude. That roll is crazy. Call of the Wild. Triple damage to animals, beasts, and fae. Double damage to all of the creatures. So this does triple damage. You'll roll the damage once with the double, and then roll it again. Wow, that is some timing on that card. For you, yeah, I bet. I thought it was going to have you summon an animal or some shit. And then it does it again. And then don't it get some persistent damage too because it's a crit? Don't forget to double that because it was a critical, so it'd be 2d4. Is it the... Oh, that is the critical. Okay, my bad. You have one action left, right? Oh, no, you're slowed. Morgan's just chilling. Ganja is... It did have its turn. It's going to use its reaction to try to get you slowed there, Ganja. Use its reaction. Oh. Oh, nothing happens on a critical failure on this one. It just slows you. Well, on the regular petrifying graze, you'd instantly turn to stone. So. You only have 2 actions, don't forget. Next round. Sorry. Next round you have 2 actions. This thing is going to use its 2 action ability and look at one of the guys. We got what? 1, 2, 3. Let's go look at Happy. An attempt to turn her to stone. As you watch as Happy's little body freezes. And she turns to a statue. And then it's gonna bite the gator. Happy is stone, urine is stone, LON. Okay. You gonna give an action to Morgrim too? What you gonna do with your last action? Okay. I just went, right? I'm gonna use my little action here. It won't affect anything, but I'm gonna use it on Mr. Snapper, trying to get him slowed. Okay. Ah! Everybody is now slowed 1. Morgan is going to go take off. He looks like he's about ready to bolt. Ganja. You see 2 of your friends are now turned to stone at this point. Yes, you're slowed, so you only have 2 actions. Yep. It's gonna use 2 actions to look at one of you guys. I got 3 of you here. It is looking at Mr. Snapper. Then with his last action, he's gonna bite on him. He bends around and goes for the underbelly. It defeats the fucking shit. No longer getting zapped. LON. Just tap him. He only gets 1 now because he is slowed. Please, please, please. Ganja, what you doing, buddy? Illusionary, just got it. I'm a basculus. No. Splam. And you blast the last one. You see it fall over. Now, comes the fun part. A basilisk has normally, this one's treated differently, it has 1d3 creatures that could be unstoned. Who wants to make that die roll to determine if you can free? It's 1d3. You roll the d4. Got the same result though. So there is enough blood, so you guys instantly run over, hack this thing off, and just cover Happy in urine and blood. And free. But you guys wake up, and you do hear the sound of many feet of people. Skedaddle. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a flat check. D10. Okay. Looking around here, searching, there is no treasure here. This is just a sacrifice. There's no real pieces left here. Many of the creatures here have been eaten whole. And, okay, I need everybody to give me athletics checks here. Let me, you guys are... Let me get... you guys are slowed, so you guys are, not able to run as fast. Urine falls over. Steven. Elowen just tries to turn and run, and he just trips. You know how to run. You ran better than everyone else. Happy. Happy, I need you to do one too. Athletics. I'm positive. No. If you, as you guys try to flee, you guys are trying to run. You notice a large number of Zolgas with a leader kind of strolling up behind them. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Okay, so they're not that big. So this is a mechanic that I don't think you guys have ever seen before. It's a troop mechanic. Yes, it's a troop of Zolgas, like a horde of them running at you. You guys got 10 feet away from the area here, so you're not that far. So you guys you're like a little distance away, and have maybe you might be able to do a action before they set upon you. You do see another one of them stands out. Obviously, I mean, oh my gosh, this thing is creepy looking. Look at this one. That one is creepy. And she kind of points, "Go, my soul gaths. Bring me their flesh. We will feed it to..." And then they look over and they just see the dead basilisk. No! They scream out. Go ahead and we're going to use those athletics checks as your initiative. Alright, so we'll start with Yorin. You got a 14. Eloin got a 10. Ganja got a 17. Happy got a 19. And that's it. And then I rolled these guys athletics checks to be fair. For initiative. Oh wow. That horde got a 26. Oh no, that was that lady. The horde. I haven't rolled theirs yet. Oh, 31. They fast as fuck, boy. Alright, so these things are chasing after you. You guys can still try to run. That is a mechanic. You can try to just flee as far as you can. We are going to start... I just need to know, are you guys running or are you turning and fighting? That's what I need to know. Morgrim will drop a lay on hands on somebody before you guys took off because you guys are hurt. Who wants it? Who wants 6 hit points? You really want me to give it to Mr. Sniper? Okay. Boom. There you go. Alright. So you're running, right? So I need everybody to give me athletics checks again here. It's a success. There's a failure. There's a critical failure. So Happy gets another 20 feet there. Urine gets another 20 feet. Ganja is stopped. And as you guys could tell, as you guys start taking off, the horde's gonna roll over Ganja because he's unable to run. Does that change anybody's plan, or are you guys still running? Are you guys turning and fighting then? Okay. I will give you guys 2 actions here because you guys are all slowed still to do what you want to do. You can't because you're still slowed. Everybody's slowed. This is before combat starts. You guys have two at you. You guys go to run, and you guys are like, we can't escape them. So you guys turn, and then you guys have two actions before they are set up upon you. Oh, she's just gonna try to. It goes off the will DC here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. LON. Let's not do that, because then I gotta put individual Zolgas. That's a lot. That's a lot of Zolgas. Guys. No, they're much further than that. They're probably 45, maybe. In this time sequenced. Just slash at a couple before they get to you. Alright. We started with the initiative here. The group, or the troop here, of Zolgas is going to move. He's going to use both actions to get up there. As it comes flying up there. And then as it's running up there, it's going to use one action. I think it has to move over top of you guys. Within 5 feet, yep. So it's got one action. It's going to go for you, Yorin. You look the toughest. On a failure, you take 1d6 of damage here. So you took a whopping nothing. And then at the start of your guys' turn, you're going to have to make this saving throw. Do you want me to go ahead and just make it now? Or do you guys want me to wait to individually roll it? We'll go. Okay, failure. LON made it. Failure. So you guys are all affected by this. So the stench aura, on a failure, the creature is sick and one. And oh, there you go. You all are sickies. Alright, that's its go. This lady's going to move up behind it. It's going to take a little bit longer for her because she's a little bit further away. So double that distance. That's 40. Okay. So she comes running up. She's only got one action left. She's going to do a shattering chant at somebody. It's going to your in there too. She starts. But you are unaffected by this. Alrighty. Oh, my bad. There you go. Yeah, you can go down. You could only took one swing anyway, Happy, so it's all good. Oh, to the other creature, yeah. You make the save on both of them. No, that's both targets. But that one does take half damage. Urine. There's a group of Zolgas. There's a bunch of them. It's your time to be Boromir. Stop trying to run. I mean, I will state you can't outrun them. Now that they have enclosed on you, you are slowed 1. These things move as faster than you guys. They move 25. They will always catch you. You got one left. You could command more to get close or swing and miss. LON. I think I look at this petrified. If this thing dies, does it go away? Good. What was your other action you did? Do you want to do something? So you do have someone that's hurt right next to you, and you haven't done battle medicine to him today. You did not. You did not. That was the you guys took a long rest after the worm. You haven't used it yet. You also could command Morgrim to take an action as well. That's another thing you can do. Like, I know you're slowed, but you're still technically... She sliced you up, my man. You fully healed him. Alright, we're good. I've been told to do anything. Mr. Never already went. This group here is going to do... So this is where it gets kind of dangerous. So I think I got to form up, right? Not anyone else's thing. It's gonna use form up, so all the lines reform here. At which point it's going to use Fang and Claw. So one of its action has to be form up. So it's gonna use 2 actions to do Fang and Claw. It's a creature within 5 feet. I got 3 creatures within 5 feet. I'm gonna roll and see who it goes for. It's going for Happy. And Happy, I need you to make a reflex save. That is a failure. And since They use 2 actions. This does a little bit more damage. So you take a little bit of damage there, and since you're sickened, it's going to infect you with some poison damage. Ooh, big poison. And that is all its actions. This creature got attacked by an alligator. It's going to do intimidation on the gator. What's the gator's will save? So 15 for the DC. It's going to use intimidation, which is... Oof. I'll tell you right now, I think that gator's going to be scared. Okay. I get a -4. So 21 minus 4. I don't think it matters. Yeah, it still succeeded. So the gator is frightened 1. And then she's going to use a little chant at it. She starts... The deep speech. Oh, okay. I hit myself with that. Nice. Nice. I'm just gonna put the card in here and drop my damage on myself. Yeah, that is awesome. And that is 2 actions. But her last action, she's gonna stab this freaking gator with my dagger. My clan dagger I got. Yeah, take that, gator. Yeah. You're up, Happy. And that's your turn. So you're still slowed. Ganja. It's going to be the last one because that's what it's going to register on the damage roll. Yeah, you should as well click the damage. I don't think they both made it on the last save. One critically succeeded and one failed. Roll your damage. It will do it for you. There you go. Yeah. Urine. Okay. Morgan will run down. He raises his battle war axe of the dwarvish society. 2 hands or 1 hand? I don't know how he usually swings. Okay. And so he's going to run down there. That was not what my die said, but okay. He swings and misses, batters around. Don't forget, he can use his reaction. I'm not going to take that away from him because that's a big portion of his class. You guys just let me know when you want him to use it. LON. Mr. Snapper. Piercing, right? Oh, tail. Busted Shin. Until healed, the target's clumsy 1 and takes a -10 to his land speed. Yeah. What are you doing? You going to throw your javelin? Are you coming to come get me? Wow, here he comes. Zolgas. Do not have to form up this round because I didn't move. It's going to attack. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people here. They're still going for Happy. They don't like Happy. So here comes the reflex save. Success! You take half damage here, Happy. He can, yeah. 5, 10, 15, yeah. I'll drag and put it on there. Give me a second. It's in activities, isn't it? Former champion. Retributive strike. He took a whopping 1 point of damage there. And he'll take half of this poison damage. Still a bit there. And then Morgrim can take a swing, right? Because he's got the retributive. He hit. He did damage. I gotta look at this thing's hit points. How much? Okay, it shrinks in size here, guys. So it only takes up 12 squares now. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's about what it takes up now, isn't it? Okay. They'll take 8 squares when it gets lower. I don't really have a way to just shrink a creature. You know what I mean? So that's his whole turn, though. I spent all 3 there. This lady's going to say, da, 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 da. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And is going to move her movement. Yeah, I'm gonna move over there. Now I'm not this far away. I'm going to chant at the gator again. And the gator feels this sound around it. And it goes down. And then it's going to chant at LON. It's going to look at you. But you dodge the sound waves. Happy. Oh my gosh, you hit. Happy. Until healed, you're clumsy too. is you have a strained wrist. Shit. No. They're 30 feet of you. Not 30 feet of the target. 30 feet of you. You could slash them. They're still within your range of your slashing spell. Yes. Yes. The only thing you'll have to remember is if you miss the one, you have to detarget them. You hit the group, but did not hit the single. Yeah, so detarget that person, and then roll your damage. Try to squirrel. LON. Ooh. Just go crazy. Just battle medicine your alligator. That would be your medic thing, don't forget. Because you did it in the basilisk fight. He gets one. Because he's slowed still. We're just chilling. Just can't do anything. I got a bunch of people around me. It's still going for happy. These things are just beating up happy. All 3 actions here. That is a failure. You guys didn't give Morgrim an action this round, right? So he don't get to use his reaction. Let's go do some damage here. You see Happy go down. These fucking 12 Zol guys just start stomping on her. This thing's going to take a 5-foot step and then intimidate LON. He speaks in Draconic. He goes, I shall feast upon you and your gator. You don't speak Draconic? I thought that was a lizard man language. Oh. So I have a -4 to this then, don't I? You speak Undercommon? So I took it a -4 no matter what I do. It sounds intimidating still, and you're frightened 1 there. And then with his last action, she's gonna fire out the sound waves towards you. Ooh, and it got you. Man, I've rolled like crap on that though. Alright, your happy is down. Ganja. They fall over, and as that lady falls, you see this group break off, and they start fleeing all throughout the tunnels, just running. Like that scene from Lord of the Rings when they're in the thing, and all the Balrog starts coming, and all the orcs just run off. It's kind of like that. That's fine. They flee. And I'm guessing you're going to do medicine on her to stop her from dying? Or heal her with a spell? Half gnome thing? Oh. So she's at dying too. You're sick. Oh yeah, you're frightened. You're frightened, yeah. I think it's at the end of your turn. But you did cut her, so she is at dying too. And you got one action left. You could just touch her and heal her, and that'd get her up with the heal spell. Yeah, I don't think you want her. I don't think you. He did. I used it on the gator. So have you wake up with a new. She's no longer clumsy. The sicken will drop off. You guys can take an action to vomit as a group. You all gather in a circle and throw up. You're just scared. I'm just. The gator throws up. That's why. I don't even wear boots. But you guys fear these ladies off. If you loot around, now that the camp has been cleared, right? Because you cleared the camp. There's a bunch of stuff here. Over the years, these Zolgaths have accumulated many treasures by scavenging the Golden Ridge and periodically raiding the Darkland caravans. Several bags in Holkraz's tent hold her valuables. 52 silver minted in Hyrengren coin, a city of Hagraf. I don't know what that is. A delicate enabled teapot depicting the colors of many birds of Shaylin, worth 5 gold pieces. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch. Is there a treasure hoard? Oh, there is. Okay. Let's look at the stuff that actually matters. You know what I mean? There's a magical statue depicting the Zevagabagaz eating a halfling. There's the dagger. She does have a clan dagger on her. This dagger is the dagger that you were looking for, and she also has a sack of copper ingots. Korhan will insist on carrying the blade. Yes. Well, one, they already know that I dropped it, but that it's supposed to be a journey, guys. Look, a dwarf. Hey, I found the dagger. That's called archaeology. All right. Well, you know, I just. I just think it'd be best if I can. I did hire all of you. Alright? I hired you. We found you, okay? I hired the rest of these guys. He pats you on the he pats you on the snout. Oh, good boy. Who's a good boy? But that is the gorge. You guys finished this chapter. I mean, you're going into chapter 3? Yeah, chapter 3. He does say we'll have to repair the pommel, which means we would also yeah, that's something that he does have to discuss. Yeah, your expedition was a complete success. The dagger needs repaired, and the gem is haunted. He is grateful that you guys. It's been about several days since you guys left High Helm. So you guys are arriving back closer to the time of the festival. He does. He will carry the blade, but will allow you to keep the gem pommel. That way, that way you guys, you know what I mean. Since you're nervous about him, that way he can't turn it in without you guys. No, I want the dagger. You have the fucking stone. You guys are high level adventurers. Figure out how to get that soul up out there, dog. You're higher level than me. Figure out how to get rid of it. You guys know them knights? Whoever's crinkling a fucking bag in front of their mic needs to stop. I don't know who that is, but you need to stop. Whoever it is needs to stop. I don't know how many times I gotta ask. But you might have some contacts in town that might be able to help you to figure out how to do that. But that would be the plan there. I gotta read this chap. You guys know that there are some Knights of Lastwall that you guys befriended. That might be a good start. There's also a Cloud Dragon. That might be a good start to try to investigate. I don't know for sure because I haven't read that far into the chapter, so I can't. You know what I mean? I feel like I know a guy. So I'm going to stop it here. It's 8:53. We usually stop about 9:30. Because I haven't read this. I don't want to send you guys. I don't want to try to read it while I'm on stream. But good game, guys. I'm gonna give you experience because I know, bam, you guys are gonna level up because it's plenty. So you guys are now level 3 adventurers. Woo! I will end stream here, and next time we will pick up with you guys discussing what you guys got at level 3. Alright, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Say bye, guys. Bye!